Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, you don't even worry about it. You got to just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down now. It's Lewis, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And Walker has it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Taken from just outside the 30. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jackson being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Man open, Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson now sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg, buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. But it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson to throw again. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll run with Lewis. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, the Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 92 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing on second and long. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A tight end carry for Delaney Walker. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case, he needed to tamp back the enthusiasm.
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Play action. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They try again with Lewis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 38, Mariota. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up. And a pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Jackson throwing again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When we talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mariota on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined. No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing. Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep the... And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away. Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward. Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second and 10. Mariota. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. Stenerud now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Strahan in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have